Yeah, I just finished writing something that is not on the theme,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but
fantastic.
it's part of the escape roll thing that Bonnie posted about.
Oh, what's that? I didn't read that.
Oh, so April is the national, I'm not sure where national, but poetry writing month, probably in the States.
Ah,
Um,
okay, yeah, yeah.
so there is one thing that's called NaPoWriMo, which is like NaNoWriMo, like the sort of competition of writing a short novel, I think.
Okay.
But this one's with poetry, and there's a theme
Ah,
every day.
ah,
And another poet is doing something very similar, which is called Escape Roll and has a bunch of different themes. And I've been following the latter
okay.
because
Yeah.
I looked at NaPoWriMo and the first thing that they said was, hey, look at all these artworks in the Met Museum. Find one that inspires you. And I'm like, there are millions in there, so no thanks.
Need to narrow it down a bit.
And
Okay.
the other one was more tangible.
Okay, okay. So what other kind of topics have they had?
So day one was ego.
Okay.
Day two was I
And have
wrote
you
about
been
it and I forgot because
oh, have you been doing one every
um,
day then?
the exact middle was yesterday. Yeah, it only started on the first,
Okay.
and today is empty except blank, which sounds a bit like a card from Cards Against Humanity.
Is that the actual theme? The theme is empty.
Yeah, the theme is empty except blank.
Oh, I see what you mean. Got you. I understand. Oh, so what are you going to do with that, do you think?
I had no idea what to do about it until I just started writing synonyms of empty
Uh-huh.
and blank. And then it kind of went somewhere.
Okay, hey, fab.
And
Yeah.
if
Have you been
that's
posting
okay,
them
I
online
might
or go on? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I might read it later
Yeah.
in after chat.
Yeah.
I'll think
Yeah.
about it. It feels a bit weird because, sometimes you write something and it's like, yeah, it's great. And sometimes you write something and you're like, eh.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to read it. I mean, or there may be a future theme for which it's more relevant. Find out.
Oh, there might be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. To be honest, it might just be you and me, which sounds very strange. So Lyric and Katie are both not coming, and I haven't had any messages from anyone at all this week. So
Oh, no.
it may just be you and me. So we could have a private little session, blast through it.
Well, I don't have anything because I was at work and then I saw a friend and picked a bunch of garlic and leek because they
Oh,
grow like crazy here in the wild.
that's amazing. Yeah.
And
Have you got like a proper garlic garden near the river or something?
it's wild garlic.
Yeah.
And I found a patch that was definitely not as abundant last week when I found it,
Uh-huh.
but today it was like garlic everywhere. Um, it's, in Edinburgh, that really, really tall bridge at the west end of Princes Street, or sort of just after, that is over the water of Leith,
I
Dean's
probably
Bridge.
do, but it's been a while since I've been there. So are we talking about you've got Princes Street, then you've got like Waverley Station, and then is it kind of that way,
At
kind
the
of the
other
other way?
end.
Oh, the other end. Okay, let me spin my head round.
So it's
You,
like
you go
the
you go
other
along you go along the
river.
tram tracks, and then you get up to where do the tram tracks go to?
The tram tracks go to Haymarket, but
Okay.
before getting to Haymarket, you go north towards, there's Queensferry Street,
Mm-hmm.
and that is where buses and cars go over a very tall bridge that goes over the water of Leith. So under the
Okay.
bridge
Hey, hey.
along the water. Hello. There's a walkway.
Yeah.
And on a muddy slope, there's a whole lot of garlic. And further on, if you keep going along the water, there are many patches of wild leeks which are invasive as fuck. So I don't feel bad for picking the shit out of them.
No, because back where my family are, there's a nice little river walk, and then under the what do you call it, aqueduct, is it, where the trains go over? There's just a field of wild leek that's just appeared from nowhere. As soon as you're going to go around the corner, the smell hits you. It's like, oh, garlic.
Yep. It's great.
So does it cook well? Wild garlic?
It's leafy. And I haven't cooked with it yet, but I did eat it raw.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And I did put it in a pesto, which is also nice. But I have quite a lot of both garlic and leek now. And I think when this round of food is finished, the next thing I'm going to cook is probably like a garlic and leek stew or something.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
I want to see how it goes, and I might pick some more if it's a nice day, because there's so much and I didn't have a bag or a box big enough.
That's fantastic. That's nice. And how are you, Michael?
Good.
What are you munching on there?
I made this. It's got mashed potato and beetroot and mushrooms.
Oh, nice.
It's nice.
How have you been? What have you been up to?
And Tara hasn't been able to eat it because she had to go. It's later than planned, and then Ara had to go to bed. So just taking her out of bed, and I'm eating by myself.
Oh, that's okay.
But not by myself now because I've done story time.
Got us, yay! What have you been up to, Michael?
What have I been up to? Mostly being a parent.
Okay. Has it been an easy parenting week or a tricky parenting week?
It's interesting. We've started having 2 days a week someone come to look after Arha.
Okay, yeah.
For a few hours. So those hours were definitely easy.
Oh, okay.
That was nice. We could
Is
get stuff done.
Is that a new setup to let you, do like big tasks or work tasks or? That's good. You got that.
Yeah.
Is that a friend or just a local helper?
Just someone Tara found on Facebook on our
got you.
parents group.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, she's really nice.
Yeah.
She's a really relaxed attitude.
Yeah.
She's Brazilian, and I think she more has like there's just different cultural approaches and the different places, and the Portuguese approach. I see there's a lot of like, no, don't do that, stop, no, and she's more relaxed. So that's
okay.
Oh, I'm very loud. So
not to wish you.
I just called out that I'm being very loud.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Goodness. Well, I wouldn't say you're being loud, but if Tara says so, then that's fair enough. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, we haven't got a Katie to tell. Beg your pardon?
How was your week?
Oh, good. Thank you. I got a new book.
Ooh.
So I'm just starting reading. It's good. It's kind of quite uplifting stuff, as in, not kind of. That's what I think. It's kind of uplifting stuff. Yeah. Uplifting and a bit thinky, but more towards the uplifting end. It's good. Yeah.
Is it poetry or?
Is it? Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I should have given it more of a. So Nikita Gill, yeah, it's poetry. Yes, you're right. So there's many pages. How many pages have we got? 150 pages. Yeah. But so that's based off the book that Katie got me for Christmas. Cuddles to Katie, which was Chris Riddell, Poems to Save the World with, and there's a few of Nikita Gill's in there that I really liked. So I thought I'd support Nikita Gill. Yeah.
I think I have some in the Poetry Pharmacy by Nikita Gill.
Mhm.
So I know the name, it sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm not on Twitter or Insta, but apparently they're quite active on that. Yeah, we don't have a Katie to tell us what time it is, but shall we crack on? I know there's only 3 of us, so it's all quite relaxed. And I don't mind if
we have a Jonathan.
do we have it? Oh, hello. Yeah, I really should put my participants on, shouldn't I? Non-video participants. We have got Jonathan, yes, hiding away. Yeah. Hey, all right.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. Yeah, all good. Bit warmer this week, which is good.
Yeah, nice sunny days.
Yeah, have you been out much?
Not especially. Yeah, I've been out for a walk every day, but not
Yeah, that's cool.
nothing too special. And you?
Yeah, just out to the kind of. So I lived in a block of flats, so there's a shared garden in the middle. That's quite sweet. So go and read a book in there every now and then. It's quite good.
That's good.
Yes, I was having a chat with Iris last night. Iris BP over in France. Yeah, it's a nice little chat. So they're having a great time with their little cat, which is really cute. Because they've come back from Paris to stay with parents, I think. So this cat hasn't seen them for like 8 months or something. So getting lots of cuddles. Yeah. They were saying it's really cute though. When they lie down, this cat comes and nuzzles under their armpit. Because apparently that's where clearly that's where all the scent comes from. And this cat just adores the scent.
Yeah, I've heard this before. That cats like to go into armpits. I've never seen it myself.
I was going to say, did your cat do that?
No,
okay.
not really. Well, maybe, but not as. No, actually, not at all.
I've never seen it on the video.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I've never seen that yet.
Okay, cool. So yeah, do we want to start with poems or just have chats, or who's got what? Andy, I think you said you didn't have. Yeah. Okay. Fab. Do you want to just drop a few in as and when you find?
Just see if I have any.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I think Michael's dropped out, so maybe he's having food. Jonathan, do you have any you'd like to read?
No, sorry.
That's right. No, it's all good. It's all good. Okay. Well, I have a selection. I've got 4. So if there's only me and Andy reading it, I'll happily keep those for another day. I don't want it to be all about me. I can start us off. Should I start us off? Thumbs up. Thumbs is good. Okay. So on the theme of holidays, I figured we'd start off in the airport on the way off to a holiday. So this one is by Rita Dove, and it's just called Vacation. I love the hour before takeoff. That stretch of no time, no home but the grey vinyl seats, linked like unfolding paper dolls. Soon we shall be summoned to the gate. Soon enough there'll be a clumsy procedure of row numbers and perforated stubs. But for now, I can just look at the ragtag nuclear families with their cooing and bickering, or the healed bachelorette trying to ignore that baby's wail, and the baby's exhausted mother waiting to be called up early. While the athlete, one monstrous hand, asleep on his duffel bag, listens, perched like a seal, trained for the plunge. Even the lone executive, who has wandered this far into summer with his lasered itinerary, briefcase knocking his knees. Even he has worked for the pleasure of bearing no more than a scrap of himself into this hall. He'll dine out, she'll sleep late, they'll let the sun burn them happy in the morning. A little hope, a little whimsy, before the loudspeaker blurts, and we leap up to board Flight 828, now boarding at Gate 17. Yeah, I like that one. So that's Rita Dove. Hadn't heard of them before. One for the list.
Flight 828 reminds me of a TV series.
Yeah? What's that?
I think it was the same number. What's the name of it?
Is there a Denzel Washington film?
One where some people go on the plane and it's like a thunderstorm and they supposedly disappear, but they don't. They just reappear 5 years after, but in the
Ooh,
plane,
okay.
it felt like they just went through a storm with no time passing.
Ah, okay.
What is it called?
That's a good setup. Unless it turns into Lost.
It's
and then
pretty
it'll be great.
interesting. And then there's all sorts of shenanigans happening.
Yeah. Right now, haven't heard of that one.
Manifest.
Ah, okay.
And it was Flight 828.
Well done. That's a good memory, that. Yeah.
Trust me to remember numbers.
Hey, Tara.
Tara.
How are you?
Good. Looking forward to eating some of the dinner I cooked.
Oh.
You're suggesting the journal here.
Yeah, because my battery will run out.
Might want to close it on my first. Or you can just meet.
I have a poem.
Yay! Fantastic.
Leafing through things. It's sort of doom and gloom, but also yay, because it's Maya Angelou, so it's got a lot of feels in it.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Yeah. Well, on the topic of feels, before we get too far in, Lyric and Katie, big hugs to both of you. Yeah. We'll see you both soon, hopefully. Yeah. Okay, Andy, back to you. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Mike. I briefly lost the poem, but I found it again. So this is Maya Angelou's A Plagued Journey. There is no warning rattle at the door, nor heavy feet to stomp the fireboards. Safe in the dark prison, I know that light slides over the fingered work of a toothless woman in Pakistan. Happy prints of an invisible time are illumined. My mouth agape rejects the solid air and lungs hold. The invader takes direction and seeps through the plaster walls. It is at my chamber, entering the keyhole, pushing through the padding of the door. I cannot scream. A bone of fear clogs my throat. It is upon me. It is sunrise, with hope its arrogant rider. My mind, formerly quiescent in its snug encasement, is strained to look upon their rapturous visages, to let them enter even into me. I am forced outside myself to mount the light and ride joined with hope. Through all the bright hours I cling to expectation, until darkness comes to reclaim me as its own. Hope fades, day is gone into its irredeemable place, and I am thrown back into the familiar bonds of disconsolation. Gloom crawls around, lapping lasciviously between my toes, at my ankles, and it sucks the strands of my hair. It forgives my heady fling with hope. I am joined again into its greedy arms. All right, that was a little bit darker than I expected.
I just realized there's a mute.
It's a journey, an emotional roller coaster.
Yes, an emotional holiday. Yeah. That's good. I really like that one. But yeah, deepy stuff, deep.
Oh yeah, she's got serious things in here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can find something a bit brighter. No.
Andy, do you have any headphones?
Am I echoing again? I'll go find them.
Thank you. Good stuff. Tara, would you like to read anything, or have you?
I didn't find time to find anything. I looked through one entire book.
Mm-hmm.
There was a poem that had something about Jewish New Year in it, but I wasn't quite clear on whether we were doing like those kind of holidays or.
No, I meant like vacations, but we can.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So I was like, no, I don't think there's anything here.
Oh, that's okay. Thanks. But I mean, there's only 3 of us, so I think it's pretty much do what we like tonight.
Well, anyway, I just got my plate of food, so
Okay, okay, I shall leave you to eat. But speak to you again later.
yeah.
Well, if we want to have more thoughty things, mine is nowhere near as deep as that. But I've got a couple of thoughty ones, thinking ones. So this is Self-Portrait on the Street of an Unnamed City by Jennifer Grotz. The lettering on the shop window in which you'll catch yourself is Polish. Behind you, a man quickly walks by, nearly shouting into his cell phone. Then a woman, at a dreamier pace, carrying a just-bought bouquet upside down. All on a street where pickpockets abound, along with the ubiquitous smell of something baking. It is delicious to be anonymous in a foreign city. Who knew this could be a life, having languages instead of relationships, struggling even then, finding out what it means to be a woman by watching the faces of men passing by. I went to distant cities. It almost didn't matter which. So primed was I to be reverent. All of them have a beautiful bridge crossing a grey, near-sighted river. One that massages the eyes, focusing the swooping birds that skim the water's surface. The usual things I didn't pine for earlier because I didn't know I wouldn't have them. I spent so much time alone, when I actually turned lonely, it was vertigo. My self-estranged is how I understood the world. My ignorance had saved me. My vices fueled me. And then I turned 40. I who loved took to look and look, couldn't see what others did. Now I think about currencies, linguistic equivalents, how lopsided they are, while my reflection blurs in shop windows. Wanting to be as far away as possible, exactly as much as still with you. Shamelessly entering the Starbucks, free Wi-Fi, to write this. It's kind of, I love it, and then it kind of changes tone right at the end. I'm not sure why they put that line on the end, but it works.
I liked it. Who did you say that was by?
That was by, scroll to the top, Jennifer Grotz, Grotz. Yeah.
I realised I have one,
Oh,
but
hey.
I can't do it right now. I
Okay.
need to eat some more.
It's all good.
Yeah, I've got a poem I wrote from like one of my only ever holiday families as family holidays as a child.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be ace if I could. Yeah.
Meet us again.
Yeah, great. Awesome. And did you have any more?
I have one about a train.
Yay.
It's written by Edwin Morgan, and it is called Aberdeen Train. Rubbing a glistening circle on the steamed-up window, I framed a pheasant in a field of mist. The sun was a great red thing somewhere low, struggling with a milky scene. In the furrows, a piece of glass winked into life, hypnotized the silly dandy. We hooted past him with his head contemplating a bottle end. And this was the last of October, a Chinese moment in the Mearns.
Oh, that's really sweet. I like that. And keeping it Edinburgh as well. I'm never sure which way it's going to go with Edwin Morgan. When you say Edwin Morgan, I'm like, oh.
I know. I also have one that I think I read before, also by him.
Yeah.
It's called Itinerary, but it also fits again.
Yeah.
Unless you want to read something in between,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
do you want me to read
I think
it now?
given there's just you and me, we'll just kind of alternate. That sounds good.
Cool.
Fab. Okay. So this one is called, again, The Vacation. You can guess what I did. I typed vacation into Google and so it'll come up. This one by Wendell Berry. It starts a bit like a limerick, but I promise it's not a limerick. There was a man who filmed his vacation. He went flying down the river on his boat with his video camera to his eye, making a moving picture of the moving river, upon which his sleek boat moved swiftly toward the end of his vacation. He showed his vacation to his camera, which pictured it, preserving it forever. The river, the trees, the sky, the light, the bow of his rushing boat, behind which he stood with his camera, preserving his vacation, even as he was having it. So that after he had had it, he would still have it. It would be there. With a flick of a switch, it would be there. But he would never be in it. He would never be in it. Now, I'm not sure what they meant by that. Oh, sorry, my interpretation of that was people who have holidays through their camera just don't enjoy it. You should just like put your camera down and just get on with it. Maybe take the odd photo here and there. Yeah, that's how I interpreted that one anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's also just
Yeah,
not
that's
in the picture when you're taking all the pictures. Is another interpretation.
Yeah, definitely. That's the literal
Like-
interpretation I took at first. And then
From our honeymoon, we have one photo of our feet on the back of an elephant and no other photos of us in it really at all.
There's
Or not-
photos of you.
Oh, there's a ton of photos of me. That's true. None of mine. It's just from one like 10-minute period photos of me though.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet. Oh. I'm glad you get some photos of you. That's good.
Ara has one she wants to share.
Oh, great.
It's not really about holidays.
oh yay.
That's
We can
okay.
give her a pass.
What's that?
That's okay.
Good to see you. What's your poem about?
Something about a delivery then.
I'm just going to zoom in because I'm not sure whether.
Yeah, I mean it's a sort of a holiday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
Harry
it.
McCary jumps into a delivery van and goes off exploring.
Yeah, he decided to snap, and then where did he go? Back came the driver, slam went the door, off went the van with a rattle and roar. Round every corner they wobbled and bopped, till far from the dairy they finally stopped. Where did he go? Into a toy shop he skidded and spun, scattering blocks as he slid on his tongue. Teddy bears tumbled and fell on his head, all in a jumble till somebody said, "Stop this schmozzle, this hullabaloo, scarpus, skedaddle, be off with you, shoo." Straight for the gate of Magnolia School raced Harry McClary around playground and pool. Through every classroom he wickedly sped till outside his office the headmaster said, "Stop this schmozzle, this hullabaloo, scarpus, skedaddle, be off with you, shoo." Over to Gulliver's Garden Supplies rushed Harry McClary with scaredy cat eyes. Tangled in creepers he panicked and fled through palm trees and poppies till everyone said,
Stop this schmozzle, this hullabaloo. Stop a skedaddle, be off with your shoe.
and eventually he gets back home.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
that's all right. Spoiler alert there.
That's a kind of holiday.
Yeah, it's kind of a holiday.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. That was lovely. And what's that schmozzle? I've not heard that before.
I don't even know if it's a
Me
real
neither.
I don't think
Yeah,
it is a real word. I think
Might be New Zealand slang from the time. It might be made up for the.
I see. Is that where the author's from? New
uses
Zealand.
it in another book too. But yeah,
Okay, yeah.
find my poem. But you go with your next one though, Andrada Willem. Your other Edwin Morgan one, right?
Let's move us.
Oh yeah, I thought you had more poem.
I thought so too, but I think we got halfway and then went straight for the ending.
I think Michael assumed you didn't want to hear the entire book.
Oh, I don't mind.
Or also maybe he wanted to eat more dinner.
Yeah. I was
Fair enough.
just being very quiet, so I wasn't sure if she was.
Yeah.
wanting to participate.
Anyway, we shall mute us again.
Oh, okay. Over to you, Andy.
Okay. This is Itinerary by Edwin Morgan. And I think every time I say that word, I say it in some slightly different, weird way. There we go. 1. We went to Old Shoremore. Is the Old Shoremore Road still there? You mean the Old Shore Road? I suppose it's more an old road than a short road. No more. They shored it up, but it's washed away. So you could sing the old song. Yes, we sang the old song. We'll take the old shore more, shore road no more. 2. We passed the muckle flugga. Did you see the muckle flag? All we saw was the muckle fog. The flag says, Ultima flugga that was like us. Couldn't see flag for fug, sorry. Ultimately, we made for muck and flogged the lugger. 3. Was it bleak at Bowhouse Bog? It was black as a hoghouse, boy. Yes, but bleak? Look, it was black as a bog and bleak as the Bauhaus. The Bauhaus wasn't black. Will you get off my back? So there were dogs too. Dogs, hogs, leaks in the bogs. We never went back.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. When you said, what was it, the mugger flagger or something, I thought that sounds like something else.
I think I read it, the one with the wordcraft, possibly, because it's got
I think it was that
word
one.
plays.
It was fun to hear it again. I think I understood it a little bit better the second time.
It says altars.
Ara, how can I read a poem though? Maybe Dada will help you eat a little bit of your dinner.
Really
She's
good.
wanting to read the Lorax, and that is most definitely not about holidays.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm gonna read.
Yeah, you be good.
It's should I go to a different room to read them the poem?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, so if you don't talk, it'll be fine.
I won't talk.
Okay, all right. Yes, so I wrote this when I was 14 or 15, about like the only time we ever went on holiday as a family in my teenage years, me and my mum and my sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, it's like slightly embarrassing reading things from so long ago, but less embarrassing than reading things from really recently, I suppose. And I am actually going to go to the other room because you can't really ask a 2-year-old to stop talking.
I want to hear
You want to hear it?
it. Yeah.
Okay, well then you just have to not read the book with her. Do you want to listen to Mama read a poem about a beach?
She wrote it when she was little, like, yeah.
I was way bigger than her. I was a teenager. Okay. It's called Pakari Beach. Across the fine silver glitter sand, scrunching like new corduroy trousers, the rippling lagoon twists like a tinsel scarf. Lost, windblown, through sand dunes bristling with salt-stiff grasses to the tossing sea, where mountains of smooth dark obsidian are laid at your feet, and the lacy edge of foam laps demurely at the apricot crumble of shells which lies strewn on the beach. And suddenly I see the one, like an ancient wood engraving, its fine lines filled with fading ink, curling around its secret since medieval times. There is not another like it on this whole wide expanse of beach, but still I will not leave it for some less appreciative beachcomber, one perhaps who, seeing no rubbish bin nearby, flings their almost finished chip packet into the waves, potentially choking the last of an endangered species of seal, silky velvet fur and deep brown wells of melted chocolate in their expressive eyes. Such a person would leave such a shell to gather dust on some carelessly placed shelf where someday the kids will recklessly knock it down and the pieces will be sent to the dump. I will take better care. Have to admit, I have no idea what happened to that shell.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and here it is now.
No.
Oh,
It's
really
it's
sweet, that.
probably still whole. It's just going to
In
be
a
in a
box
box
somewhere.
somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, that's really sweet. That's a really sweet poem, that Tara. I like that. Yeah.
I was very pleased with it at the time. I used ridiculously many fonts and colors in the original version.
Okay.
that didn't preserve properly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see that little Tara was very excited about using a computer to write a poem because I didn't have one at home.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I remember back in the day when
Yeah.
when you first figure you try and use like every single font you can.
Yeah, there are a lot of individual words in one font.
Also, word art for every single project title.
Yes. The one that kind of did that in blue. You know, the 3D blue one.
Yes, with shadows and the waves.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I still wrote all of those things by hand due to not having a computer at home.
Cool. Well, I've got one more.
At the time.
You got one more?
Yeah. Cool. Andy, do you have any others you'd like to read?
No, I didn't find any others. I was looking for something of some other author that I knew, but then meh.
Yeah. Sorry, Tara.
We can read Bracken's poem.
Yeah, it's about the other kind of holiday, but like Christmas it's probably
okay.
Yeah.
Christmas is a real holiday.
Yeah, it's another Christmas card that came from Bracken, and I really likes it.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay. Do you want to do that now? Or
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to read it together? Dusk settles to one side of the sky
And this after the bay.
and its vapor trails. The other is dragged down like fabric in a dog's mouth, and it's a relief. We can stop pretending and close the curtains.
Like the best way.
The hills and moors recede like
Saying honey.
and the rain hisses on the sea, and the dining chairs
Moved in the living room.
outside. It feels like nothing, like black space. The carpet is littered with tissue crumbs and ribbons, and the ash
She's staring at the screen.
the ash of fallen laughter. Come out with me. Come now. Just pull the door to, and along the pavements, doesn't matter where. Just outside, keep walking, and
If there's a whole time.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
yay! That was wonderful. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
That was
she
very
loves it.
good.
We read it every day for a long time.
Oh, that's super sweet.
She knows most of the lines, but I don't know which one she's going to say, so I just like.
Okay. It's like improv.
Try stopping places and
You're gonna
seeing.
bounce off it.
Yeah.
Cool.
If there aren't people on a screen to look at, she'll usually say more of it.
Oh, that's sweet. That's okay. Oh. Well, yeah, I've got one more, and this one's by me. It's got what you think might be quite a heavy title, but it's not a heavy poem. It's called Emotional Baggage. A hiss opens the metal doors, and finally we're there, as I'm hit by the humidity of this foreign air. Thrown out to a truck from my snug place upon the plain, but just when will I see my lovely human once again? They took so much care packaging me around all their clothes, though why they brought that woolen jumper heaven only knows. Years up in the loft, I'd been so desperate to fly, but I've missed them enormously since we both waved goodbye. Hurtling down the runway, our driver is far too fast, As we approach the terminal, please, human, don't be last. Chucked out one more time, and then I'm slid across the floor, manhandled with the others, then fed through a black door. Out on the conveyor, and I desperately look around. Don't want to be another case left in the lost and found. So many different humans, which one of them is mine? It's so hard trying to spot them as I move along the line. Next time I must put a coloured ribbon on their head, or wrap a belt around them and tag their arm instead. I should have tried to be bought by a more unique human, but I'm just so excited for this imminent reunion. One by one, the bags around me start to disappear. Though I can't see my human, surely they must now be near. They wouldn't leave me on this carousel in broad daylight, and they can't have forgotten me when they stepped out from the flight. 3 more times around I go, and the baggage hall's now clear. Parading to an empty room, why's my human not here? Then finally I see them, running to me, arms out wide, their joyous smile filling all my pockets deep inside. As they reach out and lift me, all those troubles have now passed. But can someone please tell me, why is my human always last?
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, thanks.
That was adorable.
Thanks.
Michael unfortunately got whisked off to the kitchen
Oh.
about 2/3 of the
I
way
like
through.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
thanks,
was
mate.
really enjoying it.
I was in
Oh, bless you.
suspense and I don't know what happened at the end.
You'll have to listen to the
Oh.
recording.
The catch-up.
Yeah.
Ah, great. Oh, I've just got a battery low. I've forgotten to plug my computer in. Let's just plug it in before I disappear. There we go. Oh. Has anyone got any extra stuff, or should we say goodbye to the catch-up crew?
Not got anything more.
Okay, well, thank you, everyone. It's been a little gathering tonight, but that's all been wonderful with you. So yeah, big hugs again to Lyric and Katie and Dina and everyone we love. And see you all super soon.
Hugs.
Hugs, hugs. Bye for now. Bye.